Navigating waiting, preparation, and breakthrough. How God uses delays to build your destiny. Ever feel like you're stuck in traffic on the highway to your dreams? You've hit the gas, you're doing everything right, but the progress is slower than a snail in peanut butter. You've prayed, you've put in the work, maybe you've even seen glimpses of what could be, but then silence. That dream job application? Radio silence. That business venture? Stalled. That relationship you were hoping for? Not materializing. It can feel incredibly frustrating, right? Like you're shouting into the void, wondering if anyone or anything is even listening. Here's a thought that might just flip your entire perspective. What if those very delays, those periods of waiting that feel so agonizing, aren't roadblocks at all? What if they are actually crucial, divinely orchestrated phases designed to equip you for something far greater than you can currently imagine? Think about it. Have you ever rushed something only to realize later that you were totally unprepared for the consequences? Maybe you jumped into a commitment too quickly or launched a project before all the pieces were truly in place. It often ends up messy, doesn't it? Now consider the alternative. What if the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in, operates on a different kind of clock? Not one dictated by our anxieties and timelines, but one rooted in perfect preparation and ultimate alignment. What if those closed doors aren't a cosmic no, but rather a loving not yet? A redirection, a divine detour meant to steer you away from something that wouldn't truly serve your long-term destiny. This isn't about sugarcoating disappointment, it's about reframing your perspective and understanding that sometimes the most significant growth happens in the stillness, in the periods of apparent inactivity. So, stick with me, because understanding the power of the wait, the purpose of the preparation, and the nearness of breakthrough could be the key to unlocking the destiny you've always longed for. Section 1. The truth about God's timing. Beyond our panic clock. We live in a world obsessed with instant gratification. We order something online and expect it on our doorstep within 24 hours. We send a message and anticipate an immediate reply. This culture of immediacy can seep into our spiritual and personal expectations, leading us to believe that our prayers should be answered instantly, our dreams should materialize overnight. When they don't, it's easy to feel forgotten, overlooked, even punished. But what if we're applying a flawed human metric to a divine process? Think about nature for a moment. A seed planted in the ground doesn't instantly sprout into a mighty oak tree. There's a period of darkness, of unseen growth beneath the surface. Roots need to establish themselves, nutrients need to be absorbed. The internal structure needs to develop before any visible sign of life emerges. If we were to dig up that seed every day, frustrated by the lack of immediate progress, we would actually hinder its growth, preventing it from ever reaching its full potential. In many ways, our lives and our dreams operate on a similar principle. God's timing isn't a reflection of his indifference. It's a testament to his intricate and perfect plan. He sees the bigger picture, the interconnected web of events that need to align for our ultimate good. That closed door you're fixated on? Maybe on the other side of it lies a path that looks appealing, but ultimately leads to a dead end, or exposes you to challenges you're not yet equipped to handle. God, in his wisdom, might be gently but firmly guiding you towards a different route, one that is tailor-made for your unique gifts and destiny. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It's not that the peg is useless, or the hole is flawed. They simply aren't meant for each other. Sometimes, what we perceive as rejection is actually divine protection, shielding us from paths that would ultimately lead to heartache or derail our true purpose. Learning to trust this process, to surrender our frantic need for immediate results, can bring a profound sense of peace and allow us to appreciate the subtle ways in which we are being guided and prepared. Have you ever looked back at a situation where you didn't get what you wanted initially, only to realize later that it was a blessing in disguise? Maybe you didn't get that job, but the next one you landed was far better. Maybe that relationship didn't work out, but it paved the way for a more fulfilling connection. These moments of hindsight often reveal the intricate tapestry of God's timing, showing us that his no is often a redirection towards a greater yes. Section 2. Preparation happens in the dark, the power of unseen growth. Our society often celebrates the highlight reel, the grand reveal, the overnight success story. We see the finished product, the polished performance, the triumphant outcome, and we can easily become envious, wondering why our own big break hasn't arrived yet. But what we often don't see are the countless hours of unseen work, the quiet dedication, the relentless practice that takes place behind the scenes. Every master craftsman spent years honing their skills in solitude. Every successful entrepreneur faced numerous setbacks and sleepless nights before their vision materialized. Every powerful leader developed their character and resilience through trials and tribulations that the public never witnessed. Think of a world-class athlete. Before they step onto the Olympic stage and receive the roaring applause, they've endured years of grueling training, pushing their bodies and minds to their limits in the quiet solitude of the gym or the track. They faced injuries, doubts, and moments where they wanted to give up. Their success wasn't an overnight phenomenon. It was the culmination of countless unseen hours of preparation. Similarly, the dreams and aspirations that God has placed within your heart often require a significant period of behind-the-scenes development. This is the season where your character is refined, your skills are sharpened, and your faith is deepened. It's in these dark moments, when it feels like nothing is happening, that the most profound growth often takes place. This period of preparation isn't passive, it's active. It's about investing in yourself, learning new skills, healing old wounds, and strengthening your spiritual foundation. It's about becoming the person who is capable of handling the very thing you're praying for. Imagine receiving a massive opportunity before you have the maturity, the wisdom, or the resilience to manage it effectively. It could easily overwhelm you, leading to burnout or even failure. God loves you too much to set you up for that kind of fall. He's more interested in your development than your immediate gratification. So, instead of being discouraged by the silence or the lack of visible progress, embrace this season of preparation. Ask yourself, what skills do I need to develop? What character flaws do I need to address? How can I deepen my connection with my faith? What foundations do I need to lay to ensure lasting success? This is your time to build in the shadows, to become the masterpiece that God intends you to be. Remember, the world will celebrate the results, but God sees and values the person you are becoming in the process. What's one area of your life right now where you feel like God might be developing you privately, preparing you for a future breakthrough that others won't see coming? Section 3, Resistance, means you're close. The battle before the blessing. Have you ever noticed that just before a major breakthrough, things often seem to get harder? It's like the universe throws every obstacle imaginable in your path. Doubts creep in, challenges multiply, and you might even feel an overwhelming urge to just give up. This isn't a sign that you're on the wrong track. In fact, it could be the very opposite. Intense resistance often indicates that you are on the verge of something significant. Think about a rocket launching into space. It has to overcome immense gravitational pull, atmospheric friction, and internal pressure to break free from the Earth's orbit. The closer it gets to its destination, the more intense the resistance it faces. Similarly, when you are on the cusp of a major breakthrough in your life, you might encounter significant opposition. This could manifest as financial difficulties, relational conflicts, health challenges, or an onslaught of negative thoughts and self-doubt. The enemy, whether you perceive it as external forces or your own limiting beliefs, doesn't typically fight what isn't a threat. If you're facing intense resistance, it's often because you are on the verge of breaking through a significant barrier, of stepping into a new level of your destiny. This is the time to dig your heels in, to strengthen your resolve, and to lean even more heavily on your faith. Don't mistake the storm for a sign of defeat. See it as evidence that you are close to your victory. Think of it like a weightlifter straining under a heavy load just before they successfully lift it. The pressure is intense, but it's a necessary part of the process of becoming stronger. The trials you are facing are not meant to break you. They are meant to forge a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. They are refining you, preparing you to carry the weight of the blessing that is about to be released. So, the next time you feel like you're being hit from every angle, don't despair. Instead, recognize it for what it might be, a sign that you are on the precipice of a major breakthrough. This is not the time to retreat. It's the time to advance with unwavering faith and determination. Remember that the greatest victories are often born out of the fiercest battles. Embrace the pressure, knowing that it is a sign of your proximity to your breakthrough. Are you currently facing a battle in your life that, upon reflection, might actually be a sign that you are about to level up, to step into a new season of growth and abundance? Section 4. Closed doors are not dead ends. The art of divine redirection. We often fixate on the doors that slam shut in our faces. We pour our energy into trying to pry them open, feeling rejected and defeated when our efforts are met with resistance. We interpret these closed doors as a definitive no, a sign that our dreams are unattainable. But what if those closed doors aren't rejections at all? What if they are divine redirections, gently but firmly guiding us towards a path that is ultimately better suited for us? Think about a time when you desperately wanted something, only to be denied. Maybe it was a job, a relationship, or an opportunity that you believed was perfect for you. At the time, it felt like a crushing blow. But with the benefit of hindsight, you might have realized that if you had gotten what you wanted, you would have missed out on something even greater. Perhaps that job would have led to burnout, that relationship would have been toxic, or that opportunity would have steered you away from your true calling. God sees the entire landscape of our lives, the potential pitfalls and the hidden blessings that lie ahead. When a door closes, it's not necessarily because He wants to withhold something good from you. It might be because He has something far better in store, something that aligns more perfectly with His ultimate plan for your life. Sometimes, the things we desire most are not actually what is best for us in the long run. A closed door can be an act of grace, protecting us from detours that would lead us away from our true purpose and fulfillment. Learning to discern the difference between a closed door that needs persistent knocking and one that is a clear redirection is crucial. It requires a shift in perspective, a willingness to trust that even in disappointment, there is a divine purpose at work. Instead of dwelling on what you've lost, try to be open to the new possibilities that might be emerging. Ask yourself, what other paths might be available to me now? What new opportunities might arise as a result of this closed door? Often, it's in these unexpected detours that we discover hidden talents, forge new connections, and ultimately find ourselves on a path that is far more rewarding than the one we originally envisioned. Can you recall a time in your life when a closed door, though painful at the time, ultimately led you to something better, something you never would have discovered otherwise? Section 5. Becoming before receiving. The divine sizing process. We live in a society that often emphasizes the acquisition of things, wealth, status, possessions. We can become so focused on receiving the blessings we desire that we overlook the importance of becoming the person who is truly equipped to handle them. Imagine someone winning the lottery without the financial literacy or the emotional maturity to manage such a large sum of money. Often, it leads to mismanagement, stress, and ultimately, a return to their previous financial state, or even worse. God isn't just about handing out blessings. He's deeply invested in our growth and development. He understands that receiving something before we are ready for it can actually be detrimental to our well-being and our long-term success. It's like trying to pour a gallon of water into a pint-sized container. It will inevitably overflow and be wasted. Similarly, if God were to give us our biggest dreams before we've developed the character, the skills, and the spiritual maturity to handle them, it could overwhelm us, lead to pride, or even cause us to lose sight of what truly matters. The waiting period isn't just about testing our patience. It's about God sizing us up to fit the very blessings we are seeking. It's a process of internal growth where we develop the resilience, the wisdom, and the humility necessary to steward those blessings effectively. Think about the process of building a skyscraper. The foundation needs to be incredibly strong and deep to support the immense weight of the structure that will eventually rise above it. Similarly, God is working on our inner foundation, strengthening our character and our faith so that we can bear the weight of the blessings He has in store for us. This season of waiting is an opportunity to focus on our personal development, to cultivate virtues like patience, perseverance, and gratitude. It's a time to align our desires with God's will and to trust that His timing is perfect. Instead of focusing solely on receiving, let's shift our attention to becoming the kind of person who can truly honor and appreciate the blessings when they arrive. Because ultimately, the greatest blessing isn't just the thing we receive, it's the person we become in the process of waiting and preparing for it. Who are you becoming in this current season of waiting? What qualities are being developed within you that will equip you to handle the breakthroughs that are on their way? Section 6, Conclusion. So we've journeyed through this together, exploring the often misunderstood seasons of waiting, preparation, and the powerful reality of breakthrough. We've uncovered the truth that God's timing isn't a reflection of His absence, but a testament to His perfect plan. We've recognized that the seemingly quiet periods of preparation are actually fertile ground for profound growth, shaping us into the individuals we need to be. We've understood that intense resistance isn't a sign of defeat, but often a powerful indicator that we are on the verge of a significant leap forward. And we've embraced the idea that closed doors aren't always rejections, but sometimes divine redirections guiding us towards something far better. The common thread weaving through all of this is the understanding that your journey is not a straight line from point A to point B. There will be curves, detours, and periods where it feels like you're standing still. But these moments are not wasted time. They are integral parts of the process, designed to strengthen you, refine you, and ultimately prepare you for the fullness of your destiny. The valuable lesson here is to shift your perspective. Instead of viewing delays as disappointments, see them as opportunities for growth. Instead of resenting the preparation, embrace it as a crucial stage of development. Instead of being discouraged by resistance, recognize it as a sign that you are close to breaking through. And instead of lamenting closed doors, trust that they are often opening you up to new and unexpected possibilities. Remember, you are not alone in this process. Countless individuals throughout history have faced similar seasons of waiting and preparation before stepping into their purpose. Their stories are testaments to the power of perseverance and the faithfulness of a higher plan. Embrace your current season, whatever it may be. Trust the process, and know that the breakthrough you've been longing for is not a matter of if, but a matter of when. You are fully ready to receive it. If this message has resonated with you, if it has shed a new light on the delays you might be experiencing, or if it has ignited a renewed sense of hope for your breakthrough, then I encourage you to take a moment to engage with this community. What is one key takeaway from this video that you are going to apply to your current situation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's encourage each other on this journey of faith and growth. If you're ready to embrace the process, to trust the timing, and to prepare for the amazing things that God has in store for you, then make sure to subscribe to this channel for more insights and inspiration on navigating your journey with faith, purpose, and power. And finally, if you believe that someone else in your life needs to hear this message today, someone who might be feeling discouraged by delays or confused by closed doors, then please share this video with them. You might just be the encouragement they need to keep pressing forward. Thank you for being a part of this community. Remember, your waiting is not in vain, your preparation is not unnoticed, and your breakthrough is closer than you think. Keep the faith, keep growing, and keep believing. Your destiny awaits. See you next time.